Welcome to the Kitcast by Hull City Kits, where we take an in-depth look at Tigers apparel and consider the goings-on of the wider kit universe. In this polyester-packed episode 5, we'll take a close look at the 2000-2001 away shirt, consider the 3 black shirts supplied by Umbro, and see what's been added to the stashes of my fellow kit geeks. Before that though, intrepid City Match 1 shirt collectors Mike and Adam will ponder the big news in polyester.
Thanks, Les. Ahead of the Women's World Cup in France this summer, there's been a shed load of kit releases.
It's notable that suppliers are giving some teams kits that are distinct from those worn by the men, suggesting a coming of age of the women's game in terms of kits. What kits have caught your eye?
Start off with France away. Absolutely stunning. Rose gold crest, hexadots on the socks, on the shirt. It's just amazing. What a fantastic shirt. It's 10 out of 10 for me. 100%.
Beautiful.
Here's a picture. That's my favourite. What about yours?
So for me, it has to be the England away. There's nothing new about an England team wearing red, but that subtle rose print makes this one uniquely a Lioness's shirt. Let's check it out.
The most disappointing shirt I found is Nigeria's. They've just recycled what the men wore in Russia.
Yeah.
Big disappointment for me. Lovely shirt, just disappointment that they've not pushed it in a new direction for the ladies.
Yeah, I think I quite like the pink shirt that Scotland have released.
The away
kit. Yeah, it's got quite an abstract design to it.
Yeah, it has. It's a nice one. Yeah,
it goes really well with the navy, the Adidas, and the Scotland logo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so that's something that I quite like. So we'll take a look at that one.
Any other kit news?
Yes! Sampdoria wore a special kit against Atalanta.
They did.
It was 120 years since the founding of Sampier de Renese, who were one of the 2 clubs that merged in 1946 to create Sampdoria. Check out the picture.
Thanks, Hans Moman.
Finally, we're running a competition on Twitter to win an A3 Boothry part print by Matthew J.I. Woods design. Follow him, follow us, retweet, chance to win.
So, what's new in your collection, Adam?
Right, first off, saved this from a frame. Boaz Mail. Massive XXX shirt. Yeah, huge. He loved to wear a baggy shirt, so...
I think we both fit in that.
Yeah, I think we would, to be honest. It's huge. One at home. It's got the Carew badge on it instead of Kingston Communication that we wore away from home that season. So yeah, really nice pickup for that one.
I think we only wore that at home. Well, I think Maile only wore that at home once. Was it against Sheffield United?
It was Sheffield United in the Cup. So yeah, really happy with that pickup.
Excellent.
And then the second one I've got is this beauty from 1999-2000. Harper shirt.
Very nice shirt.
Really good one, that one. Reflective patches on it, on the sleeves. So yeah,
excellent.
Really nice.
Slight link in there with the featured kit on this Kitcast
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then I'll go for one more that's new, and that is a third shirt. Was worn the season before as the away shirt, but we needed a third shirt for that season, so pulled it out of the cupboard, put some Premier League patches on it, and wore it for the cup game at Newcastle. And this one is Paul McShane's.
Don't ever solve that one, you'll have it right on your hands.
Yeah, definitely. It's a special one, that one. We've only been worn once. And then, not a new pickup, but because he's retiring, just thought I'd pay homage to John Walters.
Nice little tribute to him there. I feel like it was one that got away from us.
Yeah, he was. He's definitely one that we should have kept for a bit longer, I think. But yeah, he's had a great career. So I just wanted to show that one off as he's retiring.
Great, just to wish him.
Yeah, all the best in his future. Yeah. So. What's new for you, Mike?
Right then, so I've brought a few shirts with me today. So this one is George Long's bench issued shirt. As you can tell, it's got the poppy motif on there. So that was issued for the game against Birmingham and West Brom in November. He likes a big signature.
Yeah.
I've noticed. I feel like it's been issued to them a few times. The patches are well worn.
Yeah, definitely.
As you can see there, I think that's a trend on most shirts that have been given to us this season with the new thicker patches. You'll notice the ones that are replica in the shop are the same as well. So you've probably come across those if you don't have any match ones.
Very nice.
Yeah, so the second one I've got with me is a 2012-13 home shirt. Often known now as one of the promotion shirts. We often seem to wear more plain amber on shirts when we seem to get promoted. So this one was issued to Nick Proswitz.
Big Nick.
Yeah, Big Nick. So I think he didn't really live up to his billing when he came across the Hull City, but I think we all remember him for that game against Cardiff.
Definitely, yeah.
That's the big one. So he scores a goal, misses a penalty, and then we get promoted. So yeah, excellent one for me to have in the collection there.
100%.
And then lastly, out of the three that I've brought with me today, this is probably my favourite. So this is last season's home shirt, and this was worn by our captain, Michael Dawson. Yeah. So there's a slight quirk with this one, so I don't know if you want to have a quick look over it and see if there's anything that you can see that's maybe slightly different.
Definitely, I can spot that straight away.
Yeah, so as Adam spotted it there, see if you guys have spotted it as well. The S is upside down. So yeah, not quite sure what's happened there. So hopefully that'll make it easy for us to photo match to find out what game.
Yeah, it should be able to easy to.
What game it was worn in. But yeah,
very nice.
It is very
lovely
nice.
pickup. Yeah, Michael Dawson's a great player. So.
It sure was excellent.
Great stuff. Right, so if you've got any match ones, why don't you share them with us? Go on to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and send us a picture.
We're at Hull City Kits.
So let's take an in-depth look at the 2000-2001 away kit. The suggestion for this in-depth look was from Helen Baxter on Twitter. Thank you very much. So this was Avek's second Hull City away shirt, and it was navy and maroon, and that was a colour scheme that was quite popular at the time. Manchester United had a third kit that used the same colours, but this one had yellow trim on it, and perhaps they were going for amber in the first place, but it's definitely yellow. The shirt itself has a bit of a ribbed quality to it, and the competition patches were applied over the yellow piping. That meant the competition patches had a tendency to crack after they'd been washed once. All players were issued with extra large kit. Whether they were Theo Whitmore thin or Gary Brabin thick, they all wore extra large. And this kit was first used on the first day of the season in a defeat at Blackpool. It later got used at Mansfield, Barnet and Torquay and Shrewsbury. The shirts at the start of the season had the sponsor applied in raised felt, but that was changed as the season went on. This is a shirt worn later in the season. It was worn by Andy Hull, and this is the shirt he scored the only goal of the game in at Torquay. And what's interesting about this one is the sponsor. It's a much lighter yellow than it is on the home shirt, and instead it's just flat heat bonded vinyl. In that Torquay game, there was both versions used, so you can see pictures from that game where there's both the slightly darker yellow raised felt sponsor, but also there's the vinyl. Another thing that's interesting is, so the shirts printed at the start of the season were done using the full-size, player-sized names and numbers. But often at that point, Hull City would run out of full-size letters, and so would sometimes use the smaller letters that would go on replica shirts. And that was the case with the Hull shirt, where you can see the size of the letters that make up the name Hull are a little bit smaller than they should be. We know that this is definitely a player shirt though, because it's long sleeves, and long sleeve shirts were not commercially available. That's the 2000-2001 away shirt. City wore the all-black away kit at Nottingham Forest and Norwich, and that might be the last time we see it this season. So now's a good time to look back on the 3 black shirts Umbro have supplied and to rank them. So we'll start with you, Adam. You've got the 2014-15 away shirt.
Yeah, and what a shirt it was. This is my favourite out of the 3. Just a really nice shirt. The notch neck with the ribbed inside is brilliant. just really simple, really nice shirt, and the holes in the back for
Cut by laser.
laser holes. Yes. Yeah, it's just a really nice shirt. I think that's my favourite out of the three, to be honest.
Okay, so we'll move on to 2016-2017. So this was, I'll let you hold that actually. So this was issued to Umar Niasti, the low knee. What's interesting about this shirt is, so it's got a simple V-neck with amber contrast, but the most obvious detail of it is, it's like a double material. So beneath the black, there's like an amber piece underneath, and bits of the amber poke through, sort of like a ventilated mesh. I think it's a really nice idea. The only problem is it doesn't really work in when you see it as a complete kit, because you've got fully black shorts, fully black socks, and then you've got this shirt that's got like amber peeking through the black, and it's fine, but until you start seeing it in person and you see it moving away, the amber starts to merge with the black. Yeah, thanks Mike. So you can see the amber underneath the black, but it has the effect of making the whole shirt start to look brown the further you get away from it, and it makes it look like the shirts, shorts and socks aren't from the same kit. Yeah. I think perhaps the way to have not done that would maybe to have had amber shorts,
possibly,
with a black shirt. I think that might have worked. So I thought it was a really nice idea, but I think perhaps it worked better on Everton's version.
Yeah,
they had an away shirt, and it just seemed to work better than it did on that one. Also, the sponsor was a little bit. Yeah, not great. Sport Pezza must have insisted on using their blue globe style device logo thing, and it meant that the word mat was really small, and having the blue and the silver, the two-tone blue, just made it look a little bit incongruous compared to the very plain white application of the 1-2-bet sponsor. Over to you, Mike.
Yeah, well, that leads me quite nicely into this season's away shirt, which is the 2018-19 shirt. So as the guys were talking then about the sponsorship brand across on the front there, Sports Pezza have given the integrated design this season. So they now have the same colour combination with the shirt. So we've got obviously the black and the amber. What's the Globe logo, which is much more improved, which kind of gives it a much more sleeker design. We have the piping with the Umbro tapering on both sleeves, and we've also got the throwback to the 1960s with a collar there from the promotion season, which I know that Les, you was really impressed with that when that came back on the season.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice touch, just throwing back to a kit. It was a home kit, but it was a nice way of getting it in.
Yeah, so this shirt was issued to Avandero for this season. So we wore this, as Les said, a couple of times this season, and I just hope we haven't seen the last of it. So if we were going to have a discussion then, sort of ranking these shirts, where do we think that we'd place them?
Are we all fairly unanimous that this is going to be number 3? Okay.
Yeah, definitely number 3.
And then we're a bit sort of mixed with this, aren't we? That's my favourite throughout. So
yeah, I'm going to go against that. The grain on that one, yeah. This is my favourite. The 18-19 shirt is definitely what I think the colour combination with the black and the amber for the away shirt kind of gives us something really nice to wear on the road.
Well, in that case, I'm graining as well. I think definitely this year's away shirt is the best of the 3, and possibly the best black shirt we've had, full stop, but that's an argument we can have on another day. Right, that's it for Kitcast 5. Let us know what you want to see in future episodes of what has been described as Pornhub for polyester. See you next time.